What is the concept, ma? Block transfer pricing assessment. Now I will give you the explanation related to this. Very easy, an amendment. So that means you can expect the MCQ also, or any part of the question also they can ask as in 2 marks or 3 marks. Okay. Listen. Ma, you know transfer pricing assessment, right? You know what, ma? Transfer pricing assessment. Can you tell me transfer pricing assessment? You know already very well, right? What is a transfer pricing assessment? Now I will tell you. Ma, always SSC will file the what? Return of income. Who will file the return of income? Ma? SSC will file the return of income. Okay. In this return of income itself, who will declare the ALP? Ra? SSC only. Always SSC will compute the ALP on suo motu basis, and he will file the return of income. So for which year this return related? Previous year 25-26, assessment year 26-27. So our SSC always having the international transactions with the Sweden associated enterprise. In past also, in future also, these are only the international transaction we have. SSC is doing the some sales to the Sweden associated enterprise. So now, what is that SSC will, assessing officer, what he will do? Definitely he has to verify whatever that ALP declared in the international transaction. Can he verify directly? No. With the help of whom? TPO. So nothing but in that assessment, definitely we have to give the reference to whom? TPO. So I think you know this reference related the prior approval, we have to take all the things you know already. So now TPO will give the what? ALP order. That ALP order, who has to bind it over? Now based on that, we can give the order. Assessment order. Ma, this is a headache process or not? Complete headache process already we discussed. First I am declaring, always you are saying what? Ma? Increasing the total income based on the TPO computed what? Ma? ALP. Now, every year this type of assessment is conducted, it is too much. Who will struggle? First SSC will struggle, then after automatically, because of this assessment compliance, there is a burden on whom? AO also. Now, always I am entering into the transaction with one entity only from past 5 years. In future also I want to continue with the same transactions. So that's why every year assessment is what? That is not required. So that's why group of years related combined assessment we can do. That is only what? Block. What is that? Block transfer pricing assessment. Simply whatever that ALP is given here, that ALP you can apply for the next 2 years also. This year you declared, yes, who will recompute it? TPO. Now, not only for this year, for the next 2 years also, this ALP only, next 2 consecutive years. Yes, ma? Next 2, what is that? Consecutive years. Tell me what are that, ma? Previous year, tell me, 26, 27, previous year, 27, 28, assessment year, 27, 28, assessment year, 28, 29. For these years, remember, if you want to enter into the same transaction, why we need to go for the assessment? The same ALP, whatever the computed by the TPO, we can take for the next 2 years. That is only what? Block transfer pricing assessment. Understood? Shall we go for the reading of the content once? Understood? First of all, why this concept is introduced? The concept of, yes, block transfer pricing assessment is introduced in order to reduce the compliance burden on whom? SSC. And in order to reduce the administrative burden on whom? Transfer pricing officer. Every year, if you are given the reference, always they are computing the ALP. What is that purpose? The same transaction already entered. In future also, we will enter into the same transaction. In order to reduce the burden on both the SSC and TPO, this concept is introduced. Applicability of whatever that ALP we computed, that is for how many years? Next 2 years, not past 2 years. Next 2 years. Understood? Yes, if any ALP, sir, section 92 CA, you know what is a 92 CA? Reference to TPO. 92 CA is what? Reference to TPO. If any ALP determined by the TPO for any previous year, it shall be applied to the similar international transaction for the 2 consecutive previous year. Immediately following that year. Immediately following the year, next 2 years means this is an correct or incorrect? Correct. Immediately following next 2 years, you can apply the same ALP. Now, but subject to conditions, I will say what are the subject to conditions means. Sir, maybe inflation changed, then you can add the inflation rate also to the prices. Same as it is how we can accept. If inflation on any terms and conditions change it, then respect to changes you can do. But this is an option. If an SSC opting this option of block transfer pricing assessment, then only the same ALP is applicable for the next 2 consecutive previous year. That option must be exercised in the prescribed form in prescribed due date. But they are not given what is the prescribed form and all the things, because recent amendment in coming years they will release, but don't think about it, they will not ask in you in your exam. Definitely, if you opted this option, then only block transfer pricing concept will apply. If you don't want to opt, every year assessment will be done, every year TPO will compute what ma ALP. If you opted the option, then only it will be given for the what ma further years. Now, suppose I opted, okay, I opted. Automatically, if I am exercising this option, I means what ma? Whoma? SSC. Then transfer pricing officer, 1 month from the end of the month in which SSC exercises the option. Suppose just example, suppose example 31st, not 23/1/2026. I am exercising the option. That month ending. Yes, ma? I am exercising the option means I want what block transfer pricing assessment. Whatever you identified here, that I want to take for the next 2 years. Who asking this SSC in prescribed form. Option exercised. Now tell me month ending, that is 31st/1/2026. Within what 1 month. What required to be happen, ma? TPO shall pass an order in writing. That option is valid subject to prescribed condition. What are the prescribed conditions? My any idea? Inflation rates or any other things we can adjust. The same ALP we can give for further 2 years also, because SC want and I am also giving my consent. Can you tell me, after making an application month ending, within 1 month TPO required to give his opinion. What is the opinion? Whether we can give the option is valid or invalid. Who filed the option, ma? SSC. SSC opted. Nothing but whom, ma? TPO can accept or what, ma? Reject. TPO can accept or what, reject. Dana? Any idea up to now? Ma, this is a very easy concept, ma. But they are given the ball to us only. If you want, yes, you can exercise. Otherwise, no problem. Once if you exercised, who needs to give the approval? TPO. There is a time limit? Yes. Option exercised month ending. Next 1 month, they can give their approval whether it is valid or invalid. So, this is only the next MCQ mostly. Please remember, this is not applicable to the search assessment cases. If you have an search already conducted, because of the search, if any assessment is done, so then the block transfer pricing assessment is not applicable to whom? Search cases related. Search related which assessment? Now conducting the block assessment. Already we discussed in search and seizure chapter. So already you are a defaulted one. So red-handedly undisclosed income identified in your hands. Why we need to give the block transfer pricing assessment for the next 2 years also? So that's why it is not applicable for you. So again remember, once TPO declare option as invalid. So now can you tell me when he can declare option as invalid, ma? Already we discussed. Within a what time, ma? Option filed within, month ending within 1 month. If TPO declared option as invalid, no separate reference is required for how many years, ma? Next 2 years. Why, already ALP computed for 1 year. That is only applicable for next 2 years. Separately, no reference is required to give to the TPO for how many years? Next 2 years. Even reference is made by mistakenly, AO given the reference to whom, TPO, then it is treated as what, ma? Not made. By mistakenly AO given the reference also, that reference is what treated, it is not at all given the reference. After validating the option, TPO will determine the ALP for the 2 following years in the same order. After exercising the option, yes, in this order only. So this is an ALP for this year. Next ALP for this year, this one. Next ALP for this year, this one. Separately, every year related ALP can be concluded in this year itself. Same ALP may be for the 3 years also. Or they can increase the inflation rates and they can say 1 ALP for this year, 1 ALP for this year, 1 ALP for this year. That all the things they can give within the what, ma? The same ALP order. Next point, So, who will recompute the total income of SSC, AO. Why, you will declare, but based on the already given ALP, who will recompute the income, AO. Next, such a recomputation should be done within how many months, ma? 3 months from the end of the month in which the assessment is completed. So not much important, you can ignore also. So every year, based on this ALP given in the TPO order, yes, we have to recompute the total income of every year. How many months, ma? 3 months from the assessment. So power to issue the guidelines, sir. If anything, definitely in implementation of this amendment or whatever the change, if it is difficult, who can give the guidelines, sir? CBDT with the central government. Guidelines can be issued only from that how many years, sir? So April 1st, 2026, within the 2 years they can give. After the 2 years, no need to give the guidelines. Initially, implementation may be difficult, so that's why first day of this 2026 year, 2 years they can give the guidelines. After the 2 years, no one is required to give the guidelines. Such guidelines cannot be issued after 2 years. That means within these 2 years, they can issue the guidelines. After that, no right to issue the guidelines. So just remember, transfer pricing assessment can be done every year with the help of TPO. The TPO work is also more. SSC also struggling. So that's why block transfer pricing assessment concept introduced. Block means nothing but here how many years? 2 years. So it is an optional or mandatory? Optional. SSC, if he want to apply the same ALP order for the next consecutive 2 years, he can exercise the option. So once he applied for the option, who will decide whether it is an accepted or rejected? TPO, not overall. TPO. TPO within how many months, ma? Option exercised month ending 1 month, he will give the whether it is an option exercising is valid or invalid. Clear? So this concept please try to remember. At any time they can ask, maybe they will give the 2 years. MCQ, that is only. So how many years it will be valid? Once if you opted the option, that is valid for how many years, ma? 2 years. Clear?